So yesterday, I ended up grinding rank for 7 hours. The VOD is still up on the channel. Go check it out if you want to check out some of my rank games and see how things go over there on console. I know y'all be watching PC players. This is console playthrough over here, okay? Solo queued at that, right? Started off at Gold 2, ended up at Plat 2. And I now can understand why the meme goes around, or the so-called curse that goes around about being hard stuck at Plat. And I'm here today to tell you guys how to get out of Plat. I already see it. I already know the keys to success. I'm getting out of Plat easily. But that's all based on my teammates that I get at that time. So I wanted to make a video, spread the news out there. So hopefully people that do find my video, if I end up queuing up with them on console, they'll know what they need to do so that my team can prosper, so we can win together as a team, because that's what this game's all about, playing as a team, for us to get to whatever rank is after platinum. I don't know the ranks by names, okay? So let me go through this list of things that y'all can know about what happens in Plat, get my experience, and what you can do to improve and get out of it. First thing first, and I want y'all to listen. I don't really feel like listing these titles in the video. That's a lot of editing, bro. I'll be honest, the video may be long, so just listen up. First things first, no supports on the team with defensive ults. Once you get to Plat, you cannot pick a healing character that does not have a defensive ult. If you pick a healing character without a defensive ult, you kind of throwing for your team. I promise you, you're throwing for your team. Most of the matches that I lost in Plat were simply because the healers on my team was Rocket and Loki. We didn't have a Luna Snow, we didn't have a Susan, we didn't have a Mantis, we didn't have a freaking Cloak and Dagger, so we lost. The enemy team did have a Luna Snow and a Cloak and Dagger, so whenever we tried to kill the back lines or use an ult to kill them or anything to try to push the objective, they would counter ult with their healing ults, and we would have to wait off the objective for a good 10 to 20 seconds and be able to do anything, or to wipe our team because we didn't have anything to counter it. So if you're a healer in the game, if your main role is a strategist in the game, you need to pick up a strategist that has a healing ult. You need to learn them, okay? They're the best healers in the game simply because of their ults. Especially C&D, it stays out there long. Teammates can travel across it to push objective, make space on the map, and C&D can blind people, weaken them, debuff them so they take more damage. She got a healing field out there. C&D is just too versatile as a healer. Same thing with Susan. Susan can push people away or push people, pull people to her before y'all can jump on. She got an orb out there that slows people, even not flying units out the air. She got invisible, so she can get out of there, just like Cloak and Dagger can put the whole team invisible, get out of there, don't die, so it can counter ults as well, so the team don't die. And then her healing ult, you know, both of them are just very versatile and very deadly as healers. Most of the time, you're gonna run into teams using a Susan and Cloak and Dagger as their healers. If they're not using Susan, they're using Luna. But it's always gonna be C&D and then one of them. So if you want your team to win, you need to be on a healer that got a defensive ult to counter their defensive ult. If not, your team gonna lose. Every match I lost, most of the time, is because we did not have a healing ult on our team. So strategists out there, people that love playing strategists, you need to play with a healer that has a defensive ult. There's no buts about it. I love Rocket as a healer because he got AoE healing for the whole team. It's easy to do. But because you don't have a healing ult, he falls short, okay? You can only use Rocket if you already got someone else on the team that's using healing ult. If you're running 3, the only time you should see a Rocket or a Loki or Adam Warlock on the team is if you're rocking a triple support team. They need to be the third support, but they should never be the main support on your team. You're throwing for your team. Indubitably, you're throwing for your team. Too much tank healing from the strategist and not enough duelist heals, okay? Most of the matches we won was from my healers knowing that, hey, I need to heal the duelist as well, not just the tank. It doesn't matter if your tank's staying alive all day. If your tank is not pushing ground for y'all to move forward and not handling their back lines, it doesn't matter. Your duelists need to be healed. Your duelists need to be healed. Your duelists need to be healed, okay? I was literally in a match, I got 1-5 in the first round, and the healers on my team was like, 1-5? Are you serious? And it's like, y'all weren't healing me. Y'all was healing the tank all day. I'm pinging, letting you guys know who the problem on their team. Y'all not listening. Y'all not giving me the heals I need. What do you expect me to do? But I'll go in that story afterwards, okay? But you need to heal y'all duelists as well. Your duelists cannot handle the enemy team like they need to for you guys to push forward, handle their backlines if y'all not healing them. Strategists, I love y'all. I never blame y'all because y'all the pillar of the team for us. If we ain't getting heals from y'all, we can't do anything. I never blame the healers unless the healer literally doing trash, like you did 2,000 heals in 2 games. Like, that's the only time. But I never blame the healers because it's always more than meets the eye than what you see with the stat board, right? So I never blame the healers unless the healer's not healing me so I can do my job. That's the only time I blame the healers. If I'm in the team fights and I'm in front of you and you're not healing me, you two be focused on healing the tank and not giving me any type of heals, you're throwing. I understand if I'm flanking or something, if that's my bad positioning. But if I'm directly in front of you and you're not healing me, you're the problem. Do your job. Heal the duelist. The tank is not the only person you need to be healing. Heal the duelist. Stop being stingy with the heals. You need to heal the important people on the team so they can do their job. No ult stalls. I don't know how many times we was inside a rank match and people was getting impatient and rushing for no reason when the whole purpose is if y'all at a standstill because y'all can't kill each other backlines, then y'all need to be ready for baiting out ults and basically priming your ult for you to make a game change. You need to be paying attention to that. So you need to be willing to stall your goddamn ults. You need to be ready when to use it, when to counterplay them. You got to build up your ult. Sometimes that's the only thing you can do for your team to get an ace and push the goddamn ejector point. So a lot more ults need to be stalled instead of just spamming it. You know, even if you use it to bait their healing ult out, it's still a good ult because most of the time they healers trying to save their ult to counter the healer ult on your team. So if you use your ult to bait out their healing ult, now the person on your team can use their healing ult to help y'all push an advantage point because the enemy team don't have a healing ult to counter. So you need to be using your ults, installing them at the right moments. Lack of backline kills. Oh my god. So many people would get mad at like the duelists on the team, and they deserve to. They deserve to. I don't know how many matches where the duelists on my team, because I'm main duelist, the other duelists on my team ain't listening to me and understanding the uptake of who we need to take out. They're not targeting the goddamn healers on the team. So now we in a standstill where our team not pushing forward, they hold their point, and we just not doing anything because we're not killing the healers. And I need my duelists on my team to work with me and understand we need to target these goddamn healers on the team so we can push forward. It's our job to handle their healers. They too busy just killing the other duelists and killing the other tanks and just wasting time and not understanding like the work you're putting in not getting us any type of advantage or push forward. We need to kill these healers. Same thing with some of the tanks on the team. They're not pushing forward to kill their healers. So like, yeah, you need to focus on killing the backlines. If the healers survive, y'all gonna be at a standstill for the longest. Them healers got to get killed. The backline duelists need to be killed. There's too many matches we lost where, good example, good story from the VOD yesterday. Literally from the stream yesterday. We lost a match because Namor on the enemy team was not getting dealt with. First round, Namor ended up having 18 kills, 0 deaths. And I typed in the chat. They used to be trying to be positive, talking about something, lock in, we got this. And I've told them, I was like, the reason we're losing is because Namor need to be focused. Second round comes, they still didn't listen to me. Namor ended up dropping like 30 something kills and we lost, and he got 0 deaths. And most of our deaths was literally from Namor Octopi not being dealt with. He just throwing them out there and people just getting shot at and killed by it because they're not focused on him, and he's been hiding in the same building the whole round. I can't push it because if I try to push it, the enemy team shoots me down because I'm not getting support because they looking at the enemy team instead of looking at the main problem here, which is the Namor. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why certain people can't do their jobs well in the match because certain things not being dealt with and focused on even when they get brought up to attention. Protect the back line. I don't know how important this is. This need to be stressed. Too many matches yesterday, my backline was getting attacked, and the other duelists on my team and the other tanks on my team were not trying to defend me. I was in so many matches protecting my backline. I purposely chose Mr. Fantastic so I can be a duelist / Vanguard, because there was too many times where my team will overextend from the objective and not protect our backline healers and then be wondering where the healers at on our team, wondering why they ain't getting heals when our healers are getting jumped by a Thor, getting jumped by a Captain America, getting jumped by a guy named Mr. Fantastic. What do you think the healer's gonna do? Too many matches the healers will personally thank me because I was paying attention to that and protecting them, letting them be able to do their job because I was protecting them. You need to protect your backline. You should not be overextending so much away from your healers that your healers cannot get protected by you. If you're a duelist in a tank, you need to push forward, yes, but you need to pay attention. If there's someone in y'all backlines, y'all need to turn around, stop what you're doing, and kill that person in the back line, because if your healers die, you cannot do nothing in the front lines. You're going to get collapsed on. You need to handle the back lines. You need to make sure you protect your healers at all costs, okay? At all costs, bruh. At all costs. Another issue, no tanks. I don't know how many matches I did where we'll have one tank on the team. One tank on the team. And it's not like we're running 3 supports. We're running 3 supports, and it's understandable. But we'll have one tank in the team and then 2 supports and 3 duelists, and they'll be like, what are y'all doing if you're not being a good duelist? Now, I'm not saying it's not bad. It's bad to have one tank on the team. Sometimes it's possible, but most of the time it's best to have 2 tanks on the team because the other duelists on your team, they're not as good as they think they are. Point blank period. They're just not as good as they think they are. So we need more tanks on the team, bro. You need to be more versatile. 2 tanks on the team can hold you down a lot and help you win a lot of the matches just from having 2 tanks on the team. There was one time we had 3 duelists and 3 supports. We didn't have not one tank and we lost, and not one person on the team wanted to change to a tank, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? And then even when I wanted to change to a tank, it was too late. It was like they're not understanding the issue we're at hand here. They don't understand the issue. I wanted to change tank, but I'm seeing what the duelists doing on my team. I'm like, they're not getting kills. They're not focusing on who they need to focus on. They're not protecting the healers. So like, tanks are important, okay? Have tanks on your team. But like I said, this goes to my other point too, a bad duelist. Everybody not meant to be a duelist, okay? If you don't know what's the role of a duelist on the team, you should not be on a duelist. I don't care if that's your favorite character in the game. I don't care if that's all you know how to do. Clearly, you're not good at doing it. It's a dang shame you're in platinum and you still don't know how to play the role of a duelist. You got carried. Know the role of a duelist. It's your job to protect your healers. It's your job to take out their healers. It's your job to deal with the annoying people like Hawkeye or Namor and stuff on their team. It's your job to handle these things. Do your job. Stop just out here being in team fight, just shooting, just dealing damage. You're not doing anything. Only thing you're doing is just shooting, and you're not actually changing the tide of the match. No team comps. Team comps are so important in rank. Team comps are so important in rank. I'm gonna say it one more time. Team comps are so important in rank. A team having a Hulk and Iron Man is deadly. A team having Namor and Luna is deadly. A team having a Cloak and Dagger and Moon Knight can be deadly. Team comps are important. Storm and Thor is deadly. Storm, TTK, and the time she get her super back quicker with Thor in the team is enormous compared to without Thor being on the team. Team comps are important. Having a team comp on your team helps your team fight better than the enemy team through and through. Susan and Mr. Fantastic is important. It's like Mr. Fantastic is unkillable at that moment, okay? The healers with team comps and making that they healing go up at 15%, sometimes 20%. That's important. It makes y'all even more unkillable, okay? Team comps are important. So making sure you pick a duelist or a tank or a strategy that matches your team comp is important. If someone on your team is asking for a Namor because you got Luna on the team, do it. It's broken. If someone asking for a Hulk on the team and they got Iron Man, do it. This is why you need to learn. This is why you need to learn multiple characters in your role so that you can match these team comps, because they will make the tide. They will turn the tides on a match. I promise you. My team dominated one match because I had a Luna. I had someone change to Luna when I said I was on Namor. Someone turned to Luna, and we literally won because of me being able to spam Octopi out there and the enemy team not being smart to take out my Octopi, getting destroyed. So like, Team comps are important. Do not ignore those. If you see someone you can team up with on your team, do it for the perk. It's important. The tanks on your team getting extra health because someone matched them is important. Healers being able to heal more based on heal percentage is important. Duelists being able to get more damage or a new skill is important. Do team comps, bruh. Not playing objectively. Here goes a story from stream yesterday. Literally, my team was fighting the enemy team on the other side of the map. Enemy team fighting them. For some reason, enemy team pushed forward beyond us. Enemy team was doing good, didn't defend us with the convoy. Enemy team decided to push forward and walk away from the convoy they was pushing to fight my team. So I was like, okay, cool. My teammates got supports over there. I'm finna just be Mr. Fantastic and stand on this point. I captured the convoy, enemy team, and it was like 30 seconds on the goddamn clock. Enemy team fighting my team for them 30 seconds. And we literally won. Because the enemy team, not one of them thought in their head, wait a minute, we don't have one person on the convoy. And they didn't get no OT time or anything. They just lost. Because they walked away from the convoy. Objective play is very important in this game. And it's a shame in Platinum, you still have people that don't know how important the objective is in the game. Kills and stuff don't matter. It's the objective. Your stats don't matter. It's the objective. The only thing that matters, did y'all win in rank? That's the only thing that matters. Did y'all win? So you need to make sure you pay attention to the objective play there. It doesn't matter if someone going negative. Are y'all winning? That's what matters, bruh. I don't care about your stats, bro. I don't care how many kills you got. If we lost that round, it does not matter. Clearly, something else needed to be dealt with for y'all to win that round. I can drop 20 kills. If we lose that round, there's still something I could have did that was better to help my teammates out. Whether it was to handle a different person on the enemy team that was giving them a problem or something. Better positioning, something. It doesn't matter if I got 20 kills. If somebody who's on the enemy team was giving my team some problems, I can do something to improve to help our team win. Simple as that. We gotta think grown over here. Be more mature, okay? People are not taking out character hazards. This is, again, I just told y'all the story. We lost to Namor because it's Octopi. Team wasn't focused on taking out the Octopi. We lost. People ain't taking out Penny's mine, fields, spider nests, whatever. We're losing because we can't push the point. People ain't taking out Rocket God and self-revive thing. They getting revived, so it's like a kill don't even matter. Like, we gotta pay attention to these things, okay? Pay attention to character hazards, bro. Pay attention to them. This one happened a lot yesterday. People are playing too passive and not applying pressure. There's too many times yesterday where I would kill like 4 people on enemy team, including the healers in that 4, and my team was still not pushed forward. So we did not capture the objective. There's too many matches we was in where my team is fighting the enemy team and 2 minutes go by and the same shit is happening and nothing's changing and we lost the match. You gotta understand, playing too passive in this game will be the death of you. Okay? You gotta apply pressure. You gotta apply pressure. Unless you're on defense and you're defending the point, there is no reason for you to be playing passive. If you're on offense and your job is to push this payload or it's your job to capture this point, there is no reason for your team to be playing back, tickling the opponent because y'all trying to play life and nothing's happening. Nothing's changing the game up. Someone got to apply some pressure. Whether it's the tank pushing forward so your team can push with them, or the duelist got to take out the back line so your team can push forward and collapse on them. Something got to happen. There's too many matches I was in where people legit were just sitting back, attacking the enemy team, but they're applying no pressure, so we lose and time is just ticking. You only get so much time in a match, bro. Stand back and then trying to hurry up and clutch in OT? No, bro. You need to apply pressure from the get-go. From the get-go, bro. Being stubborn to change characters. If you see the enemy team got a character that y'all can't fight against, it's a bad matchup for you, or you've been using a certain character for about 1 minute in the match and nothing's shaking the pillars for y'all to move forward, you need to change characters. Do not be stubborn and stand on your character and just hoping that it'll work out eventually. Change characters. Clearly the enemy team, they know how to deal with your character. They got a counter pick against your character. Something is going on. You need to change characters. Communication. I have learned yesterday, because I'm one of those silent players as well. I have learned yesterday, pinging is important. There was too many times I was just expecting my team to know what to do and expecting my team to know to heal me and stuff, because the map tells you, as a healer, they tell you who needs healings at that moment. I was expecting these things, but people legit do not pay attention in this game with awareness. People lack awareness skills in this game. So you have to communicate to let these people know. There was a match I was in, we killed the enemy team, and my teammates was pushing forward, and I had to ping the payload for them. I had to ping the convoy and let them know, guys, we need to stay on this convoy. The moment I pinged it, everybody, they paid attention, they ran back and started pushing it. If I didn't ping, they were gonna keep pushing forward. Okay? There's too many times I was low health, I was expecting my teammate to heal me, they didn't do it. There was one match I literally pinged, let the woman know on my team to heal me, and what did she do? She healed me. And after I pinged that one time, she focused on healing me that whole match. And it was smart. She noticed I was the killer in the team. When she did that, I slayed and we won that match easily. All it took was me to ping that I needed healing one time, and she woke up and locked in. Sometimes you need to ping the enemy and let them know that it's someone on an enemy team that's causing issues. I had to ping Namor Octopi to let my team know we need to kill the Octopi. There was too many times I pinged the Spider-Man, let my team know. The Spider-Man team, pay attention. Some people don't know, when you ping an opponent, it literally tracks their positioning for a good 2-3 seconds, okay? Ping your opponents, so your teammates know where they at, so they can wake up, lock in, and they not spacing out. Because people will space out when they locked in too much. They will space out, not pay attention. Ping. You need a ping when a Punisher put a turret up. You need a ping when Namor got an octopus out there. You need a ping when you see it's a Hawkeye camping in the back so your teammates will know. You need a ping when it's a Spider-Man flinging around and stuff. You need a ping when it's a Psylocke flanking. You need to ping and let your team know. Also, you need to talk in the chat with positive feedback. Emphasis on positive feedback, constructive criticism. You do not need to be in the chat talking about healer death. That is so cringy. That is not helping your team win. You saying that, belittling your teammate, is not going to help. You need to empower your teammates so they don't give up. You need to tell your teammate what they need to do. If you need to ask your teammate to change to Luna because Rocket ain't doing good enough, tell them that. We need a defensive ult on the team, tell them that. We need a different duelist on the team because they got a counter pick, tell them that. Get them constructive feedback. Do not belittle them and say, oh, you going negative? You trashed on the team. You're the reason we're losing. That is not gonna make them play better. They're just gonna make y'all. They're just sealing the fate of y'all losing that match. Period. There was one match I was in. There was one dude being positive. He said, "Don't worry, guys. We lost the first match." He's like, "Don't worry, guys. We got to lock in." And guess what happened? We won. From that positive feedback, I changed up. I pinged more in that match. They started locking in. They started understanding. Me and that dude was talking to each other, and it was just me and him. But everybody in the team can see the chat. And from me and him talking in the chat, everybody locked in. They got the information they needed, and we won. So positive feedback is everything. Going in chat talking about someone's stats and stuff is not going to help them. You need to get a constructive criticism. There was one person on our team that told us he don't know how to play tank. So what happened? One of our healers got off of healing. He went to tank so he can get on healer. And guess what? We won. You got to communicate. You got to communicate. It's everything in this game. Okay? It's everything in this game. Map awareness and bad character picks for that map. So let me go into the story about the people that was trying to clown me in my last match yesterday on my stream. The VOD is up on YouTube. You can go check it out. Last match we was in, I was using Storm. We was on the 2099 Tokyo map, whatever. I hate that map when it comes to capturing the goddamn point and then pushing the payload. Hate that map, bro. Hate it. Most of my losses come from 2099 Tokyo map pushing the convoy. Most of my W's come from Wakanda and Asgard maps. Best maps. I win majority of my Wakanda maps. That 2099 spider map, again, this is where improvement comes in. I have to learn which duel is best for those maps so I can do what I gotta do. That's why it's good to learn. I'm trying to learn. Everybody got flaws. 2099, not my map, right? So I start that map with Storm. I chose Storm because someone on my team chose Thor. I was like, it's lit. Got my Thunder brother. We in this mug. The person didn't tell me. The person got off of Thor early in the match, and I didn't realize it. So I didn't have my skills. So I'm playing a Storm. We on the 29-9 map. We're trying to capture the point so we can so the payload come out for us so we can push it. That map. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know the map. They got a Namor in the team. Namor is a huge counter to any character that's flying around because the octopi have hit scan auto tracking. They're going to kill you. I was pinging the Namor on where they was camping at. No one was listening to me except Venom on the team, right? No one was listening to me. The healers wasn't healing me. They wasn't giving me what I want. So I was like, I'm finna handle Namor because he's the reason why we can't push forward yet. So I'm trying to handle the Namor. It's not working out because while I'm trying to fight Namor, they got a Swirl Girl shooting me as well. So now I'm pinging Namor and the Swirl Girl asking for help. I'm pinging them. No one's doing anything to help me out at all, right? So I'm trying to take it out. I'm trying to take it through my own powers to handle these out because I'm a duelist. I'm like, if I handle these, we got a way to push. I'm trying to handle them. It's not working out. So I get killed 5 times in the first round. That ain't nothing crazy. 5 deaths, people using ults and stuff on you. That ain't nothing crazy, right? I get 1 kill. My team, during this whole time, while I'm pinging and stuff, they're not listening. I'm pinging and everything. They stand on the bottom near the buildings, having an all-out war against the enemy team, and not once did they push forward. Not once did they get to push forward on the point. I think just one time they had to push forward on the point because I was able to kill one of their healers, and we was able to push on the point to get the point to like 50%, right? That's about it. That whole match, we were literally just fighting near the building, didn't get to catch the point. Nothing shook the goddamn pillars, okay? We go in the second round. Our team lose the offense right there, right? We only made a little progress. First thing they say in the chat, 1-5, really? Then the second person jump on the bandwagon. Yeah, 1-5, what the hell? I didn't reply to it. I didn't reply to it because it was negative energy, and I didn't need that effing on my mental for me to go bad that match. What did I do? I got off of Storm because I seen some people don't realize Storm is an easy target, and Storm is not like Iron Man. She do not have something to escape when someone finds her and shoot at her. She do not have a button that she can press and mobility to get out of here, right? She only moves so fast in her wind form. Storm has to play with the team. Storm is only strong if you got good healers on your team to keep healing you. But if the healers on your team are only healing the tanks on the team and not healing the duelist, what can you do? Of course you're gonna die. But they didn't realize that. I was not finna snap on them in the goddamn text chat because they ignorant. They didn't understand that. Yeah, I got 5 deaths. Y'all wasn't doing anything about the people I was pinging. Y'all the healers, y'all not healing me. I'm the duelist. I'm trying to help you guys out. I'm trying to protect you guys. You're not doing anything to help me. Why should I be protecting y'all if you're not even trying to help me? So I let them talk their crap, right? I go to Mr. Fantastic that map, the second round, because we have a Susan. I was in my head, I was like, well, since they're not gonna heal me and they're healing the tanks only, I'm finna play on the ground. I'm not finna make no moves. We're on defense. I'm finna be Mr. Fantastic, and I'm finna stay alive with Susan team comp, get my extra health, and I'm finna put in that work. Even though they said they bullshit in the chat, I didn't do no salty ish. I made sure I kept giving the healers on my team overshields with Mr. Fantastic. And every time the Venom on the team tried to push them, I protected them. Every time there was a duelist on the team, Star-Lord I think it was, try to push them, I protected them. I was protecting them while no one else on the team was protecting them. No tanks on our team or other duelists on the team try to protect them. It was just me, right? It was just me. They didn't say nothing to the other duelists on the team, even though the other duelists, they wasn't fragging out. The other duelists only had like 3 kills. They just didn't go negative, right? They didn't say nothing else to the other duelists on the team. They didn't say nothing to the tanks on the team about protecting them. None of that, right? I'm the one on that duty. I'm protecting them and getting kills. We end the second round with us winning. We won the whole match because of me. That second round, I didn't die not once. I got 11 kills, no deaths. So my KD ended up being 12-5 by the end of the match. And guess what? At the end of that match, silence, crickets, radio noise. The people that was complaining about me with 1-5 first match didn't say nothing after the match win. They didn't say GG. They didn't say thank you. They didn't say good job. None of that. It was silence. Even though they didn't know in the first match, the only reason I got 1-5 because they wasn't healing me. I'm getting counterpicked by Namor of his octopi shooting me out the air. I'm getting shot by Swirl Girl, and no one helped me. I'm pinging and everything. Nothing. I bring this point up to let you guys know that in a match, people are gonna send that negative energy away. Do not pay attention to them, because 9 out of 10, the people that saying negativity to you, they're not paying attention to what's going on in the match. If them healers noticed that I was getting jumped majority of that match, and noticed that Namor was counter picking me and stuff, maybe they would have actually tried to heal me so I can handle them so we can push forward, and maybe we would have actually started pushing a payload. But they didn't. The duelists that be complaining about the healers healing, maybe if they pay attention and notice that there's a Thor in our back line, or there's a Captain America in our back lines beating up on our healers, maybe they'll notice that, yeah, our healers can't heal because they're getting jumped. Doesn't matter how many kills you're getting, our healers getting jumped while you're jumping their healers. What you expecting? Most people that complain in the chat, they're not paying attention to the full picture that's going on at said moment in the match. So don't argue with them unless they're there to give constructive feedback. Don't argue with them. It's pointless. They don't see the full picture. They're the most oblivious ones with the least map awareness going on in the map 9 to 10 at a time. Not all of them. Some of them be having some good points, but 9 to 10 at a time, they just complaining and don't know the full picture. Okay, counter picks and map awareness is important in this game because certain characters are bad on certain maps. Certain maps is like amazing for Psylocke when it's close quarters and more closed off, not a lot of long range fighting. But then there's some maps that Psylocke is trash at because it's a lot of long range fighting and she can't get up close, right? Some maps there's too much long range that if you got too many long range characters on your team and you got no one pushing up, then you're gonna lose because you got nobody to push up. So you need to know what the map, you need to know the map so you know what character to be on, because certain characters thrive on maps better than others. Okay, and you need to know counter picks. Again, picking Spider-Man against someone that got a Namor in their team is the worst thing you can do because you're gonna die. Them octopi gonna shoot you out the sky, okay, and slow you and ruin you, okay, especially if they got the Luna comp, right? So you need to know counter picks in this game. If there's a Spider-Man that's annoying, then Storm is a good counter pick because you just hold hands with your team the healers that you try to pick off. Healers gonna heal you. You do Storm Electric Strike, and Spider-Man gonna take a lot of damage and he gonna run away. You don't need to kill him, just run away, right? If there's Spider-Man on the team, you may pick a Namor. Spider-Man can't do nothing with Namor in the mix because them octopi gonna shut him down. Shut him down. We had an enemy team Spider-Man that was being annoying, and I changed the Namor in that stream. And Namor shut that Spider-Man down. Okay, so you need to pay attention to stuff like that. Counter picks are important in this game. Sometimes that counter pick can help your team win simply because you're shutting down an enemy team. You gotta know your counter picks in this game. Iron Man, good attack, right? Good duelist, right? But the moment you pick like a Hawkeye or Hela or some crap, or Namor, Iron Man is irrelevant. You shoot him out the sky, you go about your business. Okay. Last but not least, I know this video is long, but if you care about your rank, you're gonna listen to all of these, take it with a grain of salt. Well, you know, taking the feedback, right? People are too quick to give up in this game and blame other people and point fingers, right? There's too many matches where my team did horrible on offense, and you would think, oh, there's no way we win in this match. But you gotta always think in your mind, maybe your team not good at offense, but they good at defense. There's too many matches yesterday that my team won because we had better defense or we had better offense. So never give up. Never give up. You got OT to go into all the time. You can sweat your balls off. There's no reason to give up immediately. There's too many matches I was in yesterday that you would think from the beginning results of the first round, our team is gonna lose, and the next thing you know, our team clutch it out and end up winning because people locked in. Do not give up. There's a lot of give up mentality in this game. People ready to surrender. People just give up and be like, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault. Well, literally, just because you lost the first round do not mean that you're gonna lose the second round. There's plenty of ways for y'all to clutch out and still win the match. Okay, little progress is good progress. Okay, when it comes to this game, if your team, if we talk about convoy, I don't care if your team pushed the convoy to 1 checkpoint or your team pushed the convoy to 75 meters. Your team can still win. If your team lock in on defense and you stop the enemy team from pushing the payload enough to get to past y'all point, y'all can still win. It doesn't matter if y'all didn't get the 3 points y'all was hoping for. In a good world, yes. In a perfect world, yes, you'll be happy to get that far. But this is not a perfect world. So what do you need to do? You need to lock in and still fight your heart out as if the game ain't over. Because guess what? The game isn't over. And doing negative feedback in the chat is not helping your team out. Give constructive feedback. Stop pointing fingers. At the end of the day, if your team lost, your team lost. Okay? Okay? If your team lost, your team lost. It doesn't matter how many heals you had in your team. It doesn't matter how many kills you had. It doesn't matter if someone was thrown on your team. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the stats were. It doesn't matter. If you couldn't do something for your team to change the results for y'all to win, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. The only one you should be checking is yourself. That's how you get better at the game. If you can check yourself and be like, what could I have done to make my teammates be more comfortable and prosper better for us to win? That's the only thing that's important. If you have nothing else in your mind thinking at that moment what you could have done differently to help your team out, you're throwing. You have loser mentality. I had my boy Trey on stream last night. He was going through it. Was complaining about his teammates. Was complaining about why they're not doing good. Why they're not protecting me. And then the moment I gave him tips on how he need to heal better, the moment me and my friends knew, we gave him tips on how to heal better and how to live longer with Cloak and Dagger, man got right back in goal easily. Sometimes it's not your teammates. Sometimes your teammates can't do what they need to do because someone else on the team ain't doing their role good enough, or vice versa. You can't do your role because someone else ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing a blame game, sometimes you need to lock in on your role and see what can you do to help someone else do better because they lacking in a certain area. Whether it's constructive criticism, whether it's pinging. Sometimes the healer, they not good. The healer good at healing, but they don't know who to prioritize when healing. So sometimes you need to let them know, hey, ping, heal me. I got this. You heal me, I'll protect you. Sometimes you need to let them know. So instead of being harsh on your opponent, on your teammates, whatever, you need to talk with them and lock in. Because at the end of the day, y'all on the team. You beating them down and belittling them, not gonna change the results. You helping, encourage them, try to help them with their flaws will help y'all win. Because at the end of the day, y'all both just want to win. So make sure you do that. Sorry the video was long, but I just want to give a video on my experience on yesterday grind and rank. Hopefully this video gives you the insight that you need. Play it in the background when you're working out or something, like it's a podcast, bro. Learn. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. And until next time, stay up.